Within these pages, a story unfolds. Come and join me, reader. See what awaits down in hell's fires and up through heaven's gates. But heed this warning. This isn't sci-fi, and it's not horror or the new Twilight. No supernatural or vampire bite. Locked in these notepads lies a tragic tale of a wandering soul yet to be found. It screams in the dark, but there's no sound. Desperate to be free from life's cruel torment, our protagonist just wants to be heard and listened to without being censored. Pages and pages and jottings and notes yet to form articulate sentences already mark history's disturbances. An apocalypse of fire and chaos, heartache and betrayal, a collapse of trust our main character has had to adjust. The villains within, pain and rage stalk him, shadows of the past, repressed, unresolved. Over time, they've grown stronger and evolved. The scene has been set. Pathways have been laid. Our character's long quest will now begin. A search for the answers that lie within. Will he reach his goal and discover truth? Well, dear reader, that's for another night. For this is a story I'm yet to write. Thank you for joining me today, everybody. My name's Dan, also known as Pantherian. That first one was called Within the Pages, which was from my debut collection, Dark Nights into Brighter Days. I have a couple from Brighter Days to read to you, but these first couple are all about finding identity. And that first one, Within the Pages, discusses how you kind of go through life and various challenges and kind of lose your way along that path. And this second one is called The Poet's Disguise, and it follows a very similar theme. I walk up to the stage, notebook in hand, replaying the words in my head again. The audience is deafening yet silent, a perfect oxymoron. Heartbeat quickens. Boom, 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 boom. An onomatic warning sign that the anxiety is running high. I turn, face the expectant audience as a hush descends and settles like snow. There's a pause. Just two booms in length, but it's enough to prise open the door in my soul I keep closely guarded until the time is right to take the key, rust-coated and cobweb-blanketed, off the hook and unpick the lock, click, click. That time is now. That moment has arrived. And I'll embrace it. Savour the freedom of letting me be me. The me you see before you is the me I want to be, the me who embraces his identity and allows him to spread his wings and fly with pride plus confidence, minus the fear of spiralling back into loneliness. I open the notebook, announce the title. The transformation is complete. Heart, mind, body, soul connect as one in a verse of synchronized rhythm. I welcome myself back into the world. And this next one is, again, it kind of follows that sort of feeling lost and unsure of your surroundings, but this one is more physical than mental. It's called A World I Don't Belong In. On these crowded streets where the past and present integrate and heritage joins urbanisation in a marriage that neither of them wanted, I am an unseen ghost. People on all sides, oblivious to what is obvious, aimlessly aim themselves to whichever needlessly bright window banner calls them. I stay where I am. I won't be drawn in by this realm of commercialisation and too good to be true temptations demanding that I pay my full attention. I do not belong here. This is not my world. I have no desire to be part of it, to be absorbed by a soulless creature and become another of its puppets. I continue on down these crowded streets, tainted by the greediest of hands that focus only on the bottom line and are blind to historical character. I cannot stay here. So that one was kind of about how there's all the commercialisation in the world and every offer in every window, and I wrote that actually inspired by walking down the high street of Worcester with all the beautiful heritage and beautiful buildings and big name brands directly below these beautiful historical buildings and the architecture, etc. People who know me well know that I love the natural world, and in particular animals like the leopard, ducks, big cats, and various others. This one is dedicated to a leopard. It's called Amber Eyes. Something's watching me, hidden perfectly, but I know it's there. I'm in its domain. Angry eyes lock onto me, a hateful stare. It's no real surprise. After all, this is its territory. I don't belong here. In its eyes, I'm a threat, an adversary. The queen emerges, ready to defend her land, her kingdom from this trespasser. Get out of here now, is a clear demand. Power, grace, and beauty are all combined in this beautiful cat, and the spotted coat, the perfect fit for nature's acrobat. In her amber eyes, beyond the hatred, there is something more. She tries to hide it, but it's clear, the pain of an endless war. A war she's losing, and humans are the ones who started it. We're responsible for ruining the world, guilty culprits. Time is running out to change our ways. Every day, every hour, we must remember that we share the leopard's paradise. It's not ours. And from the leopard that you think of with a beautiful golden coat, roaming the deserts, roaming the trees, to another type of leopard roaming the mountains, the guardian's call. In this silent world where the air is thin and man fears to walk where snow reigns supreme, one sound is still heard, carried by the wind, wrapped around the peaks, the guardian's call. Bafana Chita, Hyung Chitua, the Urbis, the Shen, names we have bestowed upon the Great One, hidden from our sight but not from our hearts. Such beauty revered, such majesty feared, always respected, forever honoured. I kneel, palm to ground, facing the mountain, for up there through the mist, sapphire eyes stare back. I am not worthy enough to see them myself. Not yet, anyway. So I simply ask into the ether that she be kept safe and be protected from all the chaos infecting this world. A breeze takes my words and carries them to her wherever she is. I stay, statue still, my pulse deafening in the silent world where the air is thin, where man fears to walk, where the snow reigns supreme. The guardian's call answers from above. And this next one is, I'm sure a lot of people watching this may well relate to this sort of feeling where you'll be at work in an office and typing away, you look at your watch and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. You look back again after what you think is about an hour and it's 4 o'clock and the day's completely gone. It's called energy budgeting. There are 24 hours in a day, 168 in a week. Those hours, minutes, seconds pass by quicker than the blink of an eye if you're not careful. Consumed by chitter chatter and the clattering of keyboard keys. Control Z might correct a typo, but it can't restore lost energy. Backspace won't get you back to the beginning. The clock ticks on to 5 p.m. Another day gone, and with it more energy than you planned, because of a budgeting error. A small miscalculation in the spreadsheet, barely noticeable, except to you as you close down, shut down. The clock ticks on. Another day gone. There are 24 hours in a day. 7 billion people worldwide. 7 billion heartbeats, but you are only one echoing voice you shouldn't ignore to appease corporate suits or reach next quarter's turnover goals. There are 24 hours in a day, and no one should take them from you. And this next one, I guess, kind of follows a bit of a theme of identity. It's looking within to those sorts of things that you might have repressed or want to express into the world but are kind of nervous about for one reason or another. It's called dormant, not dead. Just because something is dormant doesn't mean that something is dead. Like turtle eggs incubating, it is resting and recharging, waiting for the opportune time to break open the shell and breathe new life into lungs long since formed. That first inhale, deep. Hold, its nectar sweet, tantalizing the soul with a gift of power sealed away by society, but which now stirs and reawakens. The next breath is a stronger one, confident, with greater belief, followed by one more natural and a familiar rhythm of in, hold, release and repeat. Once forgotten begins again. Magic is flowing in these veins. The breaths I take through these airways are the ones my ancestors took at a time when the air was pure, uncorrupted by corporates, when we were one with Mother Earth. We may have lost sight of those ways, consigned them to the history books, yet their legacy still remains. Just because something is dormant doesn't mean that something is dead. And that one was written under my pseudonym of Pantherian. And when I write as Pantherian, I embrace my pagan beliefs. I also practice magic, spells. I also read tarot. And that one is one example of the many that I've written as Pantherian, where you look into yourself and see, without it sounding too much like a cliche, the magic that is within you and the magic that is, or around us. And I just want to go back to Dark Nights into Brighter Days and read the title poem, because this is quite an uplifting one as I approach the end of this video. So from Dark Nights into Brighter Days, the title poem, Dark Nights into Brighter Days. In the darkest night, the stars will still shine, watching over you, making sure you're fine. In the darkest night, a lighthouse's beam will reveal the way out of this bad dream and to a new day as the sun rises. In the darkest night, the shadow domain, keep your head held high. Break free from the chain. Fly high, butterfly, on to brighter days. In the darkest night, always remember, a new day beckons. And my final one, I'd just like to say a huge thank you for watching this video. I'm hoping to release more of these types of videos over the course of the coming months, after the Christmas period, after New Year. If you've enjoyed the video today, please do support on Ko-fi. The details for that are in the video description, as well as all of my social media channels, etc. I really hope you've enjoyed it today. I've enjoyed doing these. Some of these poems don't always get a workout, so it's nice to share them with you today. I want to end with one that doesn't have a title, but it's one that I read quite often at the end of my sets, and it's also one I've written under the pseudonym Pantherian, so I'm just going to let the words do the talking. Go forth now, my friends, onward down your paths wherever they may lead. May the magic shared together this day guide the steps you take through the light and through dark. You are not alone. You are protected. Go forth now, my friends. Once again, thank you very much for watching today, everybody. Please share, please like, please subscribe. I will see you for another video very soon. Take care and thank you for watching.